We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign of what's going to happen to these other workers moving forward.
Right now, the United States government is what I would call almost pro-death. I mean, we live in a very religious culture. We live in an area, in a country that essentially doesn't mind if we die because that's what their religion says. We need a kind of a culture that is wanting everyone to live indefinitely. We want a culture that insists that an indefinite lifespan is a universal right. So my Transhumanist Bill of Rights has essentially created this framework so that the American government can take up a legal framework and start putting science, resources, and technology towards all of us not dying, all of us living indefinitely. Right now, there's nothing like that in the United States government. The very first thing we're doing with the Transhumanist Bill of Rights is establishing that aging is a disease. Right now, we don't look at aging as a disease, but we should look at aging as a disease because in about 20 years, when we've conquered aging, just like we're going to conquer cancer and Alzheimer's, you're going to look back and say, wow, aging really was a disease.
You really believe in 20 years we could conquer aging?
Well, 20 years is pretty optimistic. Of course, I'm a futurist, so I'm typically saying very optimistic things, but I have no doubt within 35 years we will conquer aging. We've already had success in experiments with mice in reversing aging, in reversing the kind of the tissue damage that comes from aging in certain kinds of organs. It's just a matter of now putting on human trials. So we're a lot closer than people realize when it comes to these things. And you have to understand, it's not just aging we have to reverse, it's also kind of this idea of conquering death. We can replace organs. For example, a third of everybody you know will die from heart failure. So if we can figure out a way to create an artificial heart, and they have some already, then we will be able to stop heart failure. I mean, this is a real great way to have a 30% of the population live a lot longer. So it's not only stopping aging, it's also sort of replacing the body with parts, synthetic parts generally, that are a lot better for living indefinite lifespans.
Another part of your platform that many people might find a bit unusual: lay the groundwork for rights for other future advanced sapient beings like conscious robots and cyborgs.
Some experts believe we're only 10 years away from creating an artificial intelligence that is as intelligent as you and I. So what do you say to a machine that has a consciousness that's as smart as us? Well, that machine needs rights. That machine needs some type of protection. I mean, it's a living entity at that point if it's as intelligent as us, and it recognizes that it's intelligent. So the Transhumanist Bill of Rights and what we're trying to advocate for is, in as little as 10 years, 15 or 20 years if you want to be more technical, there are going to be entities living on planet Earth that probably will need rights. We'll need to protect them. And the same thing, some people want to marry robots. Some people want robots to be nannies for their children. Well, what if those robots have feelings? We're already teaching robots to feel pain. Well, how much pain can we give to a robot? If a robot starts saying, this hurts too much, please stop it. When should human beings stop it? We're entering an entire brand new civil rights age. And all these different types of sapient beings, whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's cyborgs, whatever it is, we need to be able to protect them.
Artificial intelligence, do you support it or do you have some fears of it?
I have lots of fears of artificial intelligence. In fact, I would consider it probably the single most dangerous thing on the horizon in the next 10 to 15 years. I'm one that does not advocate for just letting artificial intelligence completely run and do whatever it wants. I see no reason for the human species to bring another entity that is potentially 1,000 times smarter than us very soon onto planet Earth. However, what I really advocate for is merging human beings with artificial intelligence. We have a lot of neurotechnology, our ability to connect to machines, our ability to use algorithms and telepathy into machines now. That's the way to let artificial intelligence kind of be created.
You also predict that technology is going to have a huge impact on the way campaigns are run.
We're going to be seeing drones deliver bumper stickers and carry banners. So it'll say something like "Vote for Zoltan." And we're also going to have driverless campaign buses. So somebody really wealthy like Trump might buy 150 campaign buses and just put Trump on the side and let it roam around the freeways with nobody inside as advertisement. I think another one is the holographic imaging. We're coming to an age when we now have holographic imagery. You don't need to be physically informed in order to campaign. You can show up on stage in front of 5,000 people and campaign just from your living room as long as you have the right technology. These are some of the things that you're going to already see definitely.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, you know, I come back with that video just to make you think. Transhumanism. Now, guys, they're talking about living forever. Now, we know that they're constantly talking about too many people on the planet. Now, if you look for the future, they want you to live forever. But it's not that simple. They want your brain inside of a computer. They want your brain to basically be a computer. Even though our brains are already functioning like a computer, they actually want you to be a robot. That's what transhumanism is really about. They want you half man and half robot. And it's definitely coming. They already have the technology there. Remember what I tell you. TV is reality. Your life is an illusion. In my video that I did on DARPA is already working on the Neuralink wave, way before Elon Musk. So guys, this is a military project. They already have the equipment to read your mind, tell what you're actually thinking. And we know that we've seen plenty of movies about that. It's definitely reality, guys. But to tell you that you're going to be living forever, what is that, guys? That is spiritual warfare. And I'm not going to get deep into what I already know. But guys, when you're dealing with consciousness, you know that your consciousness never dies. That's why you actually, yes, this human body that we have, yes, that dies. But that consciousness, guys, it doesn't. And they know that. And you may be asking yourself, why would they want to turn us into robots? Because the fact is, they'll be able to control you. You will not have a mind of your own. Your consciousness, they would have control over it. That is the game. They want your soul. Don't forget about that. But while they're working behind the curtain, the masses are what? That's right, distracted. As long as they keep the distractions going on, they can move behind the curtain so fast. And guys, we're looking at about 5 or 6 years away from this coming into reality. So not just a digital economy, but also you're going to have humans accepting being a robot because they want to stay alive. This is reality, people. This is the world that we're living in. And believe me, guys, if this was a good thing, these trillionaires that we have on the planet, they would be already doing it. Because, guys, we've seen plenty of them get kidney transplants. I mean, several of them. Heart transplants, several of them. I can go over and over and over again. So if this was a great thing, believe me, guys, they would have already done it. This plan is for what? The slave race. That's what they want. Like I said, I'm not going to get deep into detail of where this is actually headed because, of course, I'm going to leave that for my next book. But I just wanted to leave you with this to let you know where we actually are headed. But guys, when it comes to the New World Order, everything is planned out. Have a wonderful day.